Hi everybody, this is Kristen Mitchell and this is my portfolio presentation. Okay, so the first piece that I've decided to include in my portfolio is not related to my chosen field of design, but it was a piece for our audio video editing class. This was a documentary where we were given specified footage of Kevin Langton and his journey through ultra marathons and asked to create our own story out of this. So some of the skills needed for this was storytelling, setting of pacing, Adobe Premiere. I'm not going to show you the whole video here because we don't have time for that in this presentation, but I will include the link in the comment of the post. What I'm most proud of with this project was the pacing that I was able to accomplish and the story. And what I learned from this project was what all is involved in planning and editing, even a short film or documentary, and the ins and outs of Adobe Pro and Premiere Pro and what that software can do. The second piece I decided to include was for my JavaScripting class. This is a fictitious website about a restaurant concept that we made up. This is Kids Bites Cafe. It is a restaurant centered for children, but I wanted to make the website something that appealed to the parents as well. So I combined a primary color scheme with this with features that I believe parents would like. All throughout the website we have evidence of different types of JavaScript functions and how they work. Some of the skills needed for this is HTML, CSS, PHP language, and JavaScript, use of the JavaScript library. What I am most proud of this whole entire website is the functionality of it. Everything works. It took quite a bit of time to learn the language of JavaScript and to get it to function correctly, but I think I accomplished this, and I made something that both parents and kids would like to visit. What I learned most about this was the JavaScript programming language, the syntax of that. It was kind of hard for me to catch on to, but I really enjoy it. The third piece decided to include was for my mobile web design class. This is a fictitious resort based out of Santorini, Greece, and this website was designed mobile first. So some of the skills needed with this was HTML, CSS, and the use of media queries. So this page adapts seamlessly between a mobile view, pardon my internet, it's a little slow, to a tablet view, and then further on into a desktop view. That is what I'm most proud of, is how seamlessly this whole website transforms. And what I learned with this project is really how useful and how powerful media queries are, and how many different screen sizes can be adapted to that. This piece was for our print design class. This is actually a brochure for my husband's company. The background of this project was to use a fictitious or a real company and to rebrand it and come up with the print design for it. So with this, I've designed a new logo for the brochure and planned the brochure out. Some of the skills needed for this was knowing how to use Adobe InDesign, color theory, color psychology, logo design. What I'm most proud of out of this project is I gave the potential customers something tangible to hold on to. So you see on the inside flap in this section here, my mouse is, I gave the potential customers paint samples of the most popular cabinet paints that are being used right now. So it really takes them from the phase in their brain of figuring out which contractor they would like to use to planning how they would like their kitchen to look with this specific contractor. What I learned with this is what all is involved in branding, finding a company's voice, picking out the right logo for the right theme you want your company to be seen as, the wording, everything that goes into a company's branding, and also how to use InDesign. This is my first time utilizing that program. For this piece, this was from our user experience design project. This was the final course project. We had to plan out the user experience of a fictitious company. for the purpose of this project, I made a home cleaning, home organizing blog type website. The skills needed for this is understanding of what users want, both functionally in a website and content. So I would say the thing that I'm most proud of with this website is the copywriting. I took something as boring as cleaning your home and organizing your home, and I think I did a good job of making it kind of fun and funny. What I learned from this is what's all involved in the planning phases of web design, from user research, your targeted audience, to what they would really expect to see and where to find that stuff in a website. And the last piece that I decided to include has nothing to do with my chosen field of design, which is web design, but it's for our digital painting course. The background of this was to find a traditionally painted still life painting and to recreate that in Photoshop digitally. Some of the skills were color theory, digital painting, the use of Adobe Photoshop. What I'm most proud of with this is the depth I was able to acquire and how realistic this is compared to the original. What I learned with this project was the ins and outs of Photoshops, the uses of layers, of masking, different types of brushes and opacity that can be used to create different effects. So this project really was a lot of fun. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my portfolio presentation. If you have any questions or critiques, please let me know. Thank you.